But yeah, I just starting to like finally finish that up, so I'll have like my get up or whatever.
Yeah, you won't randomly become a robot like screeching like you did the like 2 recording sessions ago, where you just sounded like you had a metallic tin to your voice, and it genuinely scared me. It genuinely scared me.
I don't know if that was like internet or if it was the mic that I have now or something. I don't know, but like anyway, my recording studio is. I should have done that first. I think we've talked about this already, but like I don't know what it was, but like the rest of my house is like all set up. It's just like I looked at all the cables and all the fucking gear and stuff in there. I'm like, I'm not touching this. This sucks. So I haven't consequently I haven't made any like music for the show or anything since I moved to the new spot. You know what I mean? I haven't done anything, but so I spent like all day doing that, and then I also so yesterday was the Fool's Spring in Washington State. It was beautiful and it was like almost 60 out, you know, and I was like, yes, dude, like finally the darkness is behind us. So like I went and got a bunch of shit from my garden at my new place, and then today it's like 41 and pissing rain.
Oh, no.
And then I looked at my weather app and it's that for 10 days. Like, yeah, Fool's Spring.
No, you fell for it again. You've been alive. You've lived such a full life so far, and yet you still are a fool. You're still the fool.
Yeah, especially with weather apps on your phone. There's no excuse for that. Yeah. So I had to kind of start, like, I don't know, I'm not going to leave all these plants in my house. Like, I got a couple raised beds in my backyard and stuff like that. So I just kind of did it in the rain and set my studio up. So it's my day off, thank God.
I do like, though, you're like, oh, it was horrible outside. It was mid 40s. Like, that's like crazy. Like for us, it's like, oh yeah, it's not like it was like 30 last week. It was warm. We had like a 60-degree week, like couple of days in Chicago, which was crazy. It was out of nowhere, and then it hit 30 again. And I was like, oh, you know, like mid 20s, 30s, not that bad. That's like, it kind of feels like shorts weather right now. It's like it's just a totally different world. It's a different world out there.
We don't have seasons. We have some sun, and then it's like 40 or 50 and raining all year. My God. And I thought we at least would have a little bit of a break, but whatever, who cares? Nobody likes to listen to somebody from the Pacific Northwest complain about the weather. It's fine. It's fine.
Very topical. It's a very topical conversation. It's you could have it any day of the week.
Any day of the week. But yeah, dude. I have been offline. Anything crazy going on?
I mean, you haven't heard? You don't know? We're at we started another Gulf War. You don't know about that?
Yeah, dude.
You haven't.
I genuinely did crash out when that happened. Oh yeah, you know, because you checked in on me. You probably saw what I was up to.
I did see.
I got banned from not from our subreddit, but I got banned from trying to post on our subreddit saying nuke Israel, and like it triggered whatever like auto Reddit thing that's like you can't say that or whatever, you know. And it's like you have a chance to appeal it, and like a human being will actually look at it. But instead of like being like, come on, like I don't have a nuke, this isn't a threat, like shut up. Instead of like trying to appeal to reason, I just like wrote like an insane paragraph about like I did like the free speech shit, and I just crashed out so hard. It was so embarrassing.
I saw you post the screenshot of you getting banned for posting that on Reddit, and then I saw you deleted that on Blue Sky. I was like, oh my! Whenever I see you delete something on Blue Sky, it's always a post like that. My first thought is like, oh my God, did he get banned? Because you post like very actionable things on there every so often, especially
I only leave them up for a short amount of time. That's why I haven't been banned.
And I always take screenshots of them. I always do. I hope you. I hope you know that.
Somebody like hits the save button, I'm like, why are you saving this? You fucking snitch. Then I'll delete it. But like,
I put a folder together of you and about
folder.
Don't worry. For everyone listening, I have that. I will release the files one day.
I got banned from like it was Facebook, TikTok again, and Reddit in like a 2-hour time span.
You got a fell swoop.
Yeah, apparently a guy can't say he wants to nuke Israel, dude. I don't have any nukes. You can't even like.
Yeah, you can't just make that shit. You're not Iran.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, it's one of those things where it's like you've probably been crashing out like a lot of people have a lot lately because there's just been so much bad fucking news all the time. and it's so hard to just like try not to let it get to you. Like, you know, like I'm doing fine, I'm doing great, but just like, oh my fucking god, yeah, dude. It's like we're just, you know, we're the endless cycle of imperialism, of colonialism, of just killing and just like murdering children, like 150 fucking school children and girls at that school bombing, and it's
That's
just like it's endless, man. I know that fucking shit. And it's like we're doing that it's not enough to like still be doing that abroad like actively normally and like start doing it with ICE here. Like we can, the beast cannot be like quelled enough. We have to sacrifice even more children. It's just an endless like fucking death machine that we're witnessing right now, and it's just so fucking, I don't know. It fucking blasts through the soul if you have one, right? Like it fucking, yeah. I'm doing fine. Like, you know, I'm doing fine. I feel like I've been hardened by so much of the bad news. I saw this war pop off and my heart sank, and I just like, I've just been sort of monitoring it. That's been like one of the things I've been doing, is just like trying to watch
the situation.
Yeah, I've just been I don't know, just trying to filter through any information coming out about this at all that I can, and just trying to understand what's happening. But that's been fairly hard. There's so much bad information out there right now.
You know, we should have had Brian and Josh on for this one, because the first story that I've got, by the way, welcome to the show. We're doing news tonight. We had a
lot happened.
Yeah, a lot happened, and then we had some rescheduling stuff we had to do with some upcoming guests. So we decided to do some news because, yeah, things are happening. The first story that I wanted to talk about, it's been reported in a couple of different news outlets at this point, but essentially the MRFF, which is the Military Religious Freedom Foundation, which is a nonprofit for, I guess, advocates for a separation of church and state for atheists and agnostics, what have you, in the military, have been getting like a massive influx in like complaints about how, from the top down, they're saying that Donald Trump was anointed by Christ to bomb Iran to bring about the end times, and that's like being. Did you read that?
I did see this.
Yeah, and like.
At first, I just like sort of scrolled past it because I was like, of course, it's the United States. Like, obviously, we have like religious right, like fucking fanatics. But then I like read through it a little bit more, and it's like, you know, we have always had religious fanatics, but this is like a top down, like historically, from my understanding, from like going back to like the 80s, 90s, 2000s. Under right-wing governments, there was sort of like a dirty alliance between the evangelicals and sort of like the educated Republican neocon class, but they've sort of combined recently. That's like the hallmark of this current administration, is that the evangelicals are the people at the top, and like the neocons are the servants of like Donald Trump's like evangelical fucking freak abomination administration, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's why we're probably seeing that more, is it's sort of like the top down like shift of power.
Yeah, it's like that scene in No Country for Old Men. If the rule you followed brought you to this, of what use was the rule, for all those fucking GOP bastards that just use these people like, I don't know, barking dogs. You know what I mean? Now they're calling the shots, dude. That's they got to the car, the dog got to the car, and they did GTA style, got the human out of the car and started driving the car. That's what it's been. There's an old video, it's all over TikTok now, but it's older than that, of like a pit bull that actually is just ripping a car apart. Have you seen that? That is what's happening right now.
No.
It's like a pit bull that actually like rips off a fucking mirror and like door panel and shit. It's crazy. But that's evangelicals to the GOP right now. Not that there wasn't a fusion before, but there was kind of, like, you're right, like I think a lot of them were maybe nominally Christian, but it was more just like they're nihilistic fucking perverts.
And it was sort of like, you know, they used and pandered to the evangelical base,
like the new evangelical right.
Yeah. It was sort of like their base of support. They would pander, they would say what they needed to say, be anti-abortion, they would win this coalition of people. But that coalition has just grown so strong.
Well, in the MRFF report, to be clear, like, I did see some hemming and hawing about this online from various people, saying that it's like so opaque where this is coming from that like this could be as simple as like your CEO who's like a 26-year-old named Cody. You know what I mean? Like, but like that would be fine, I think, if it wasn't for the fact that Pete Hegseth has written about this specific thing in his book.
Yeah.
With Iran specifically, and they want to start a literal holy war, and it sounds so. It's like this is the year of things that are so ridiculous to say that you don't want to say them out loud. You know what I mean? This is just another one. Like, yes, they are rapist pedophiles who torture and possibly eat children. Yes, they want to start a holy war. The same people. The rapist, cannibal, pedophiles also want to start a holy war. You know what I mean?
I mean, like,
you
so
sound
many
fucking insane saying it out loud.
Yeah, it does. It sounds insane. But the thing that we have to like remember is that there is at least, I would say, 15 to 20% of Americans in this country that genuinely think that the end days, the end time, the return of Christ, the rapture is like happening in their lifetime within the next like 50 years or so. Like that is a real amount of people, and I like there are absolutely people in the government currently that think that, and like that's why, like, you know, I think they on some level do want that to happen. Of course, that's why they are big supporters of Israel. That's why so many right wingers and like Christians in particular in the US are so pro-Israel, is because they genuinely believe that if they help Israel get all Jewish people's back.
They say so.
Exactly. Like that will trigger the end times, which Christians want. Christians, evangelical, hard right Christians want that. So I'm so not surprised at all that Trump has surrounded himself. I mean, like, even before he became president, and at first I laughed about it because he wasn't president yet. You would see all those photos of like 10,000 fucking like priests or whatever around him, putting their hands on him and like praying for him. Like those started before he became president. And I was like, this is ridiculous, but they're still happening. They still do this. There's still times where priests will put their hands on Trump. And it's like, oh, these people actually think that Trump is like the hand of God, basically.
It's so funny to see, like, whatever else you want to say about him, Trump is like the goat for all Abrahamic religions, because there's all those pictures of like the evangelical pastors, perverts putting their hands on him and praying. And then there's the same thing when he's like kissing the wall in Jerusalem. And then there's do you remember the Maddie and I were talking about this the other night, the psychotic picture of him in his first presidency when he was holding the orb.
Yes. In so I think that's Saudi Arabia, right?
Saudi Arabia,
yeah. I mean, you know, I hate the dude, but the orb photo is so funny. It's such an awesome photo.
Dude, it is pretty sick.
I want a photo with the orb. Like, I just love it because it's just
live show. We should have an orb.
A glowing orb. We'll have orb. The glowing orb. Don't worry, we're working on it.
Orb.
Yeah. I'm gonna invest everything I have right now. I'm gonna forego my next student loan payment and just invest in orb technology.
There you go. We should actually, ours shouldn't be an orb because that's been done. Ours should be a glowing tungsten cube.
Yeah, we can merge the two technologies.
Yeah, dude.
There is nothing stopping us. Yeah. I know you love Anamanaguchi, Endless Fantasy, that album. You've seen that like cube that they make, right? The LED cube that like is just like beautiful. It just like glows. They used to bring it around at their shows, if I remember correctly. We should just do that, but tungsten, like merge the two.
Maybe we can just borrow their cube. I would love to do a collab with those guys.
Yeah, we'll reach out. Yeah, we'll talk to Anamanaguchi. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. By the way, that's a good chance to plug the mailbag, mail@killthecomputer.com, because we talk about music, and we're going to try and talk about music on every episode for that. But I have been listening. It was not this last one, but the one before that. I remembered you'd sent me their most recent album, and I've been listening. It didn't resonate with me at first, but I've listened to it since, and actually I've been fucking with it. So
it's one of those things where they definitely changed up their style. It was a bit of a departure. I went to see them on their album release tour. I believe it was their album release tour, and they sort of talked about it, like with every song. They sort of talked about like the process and like their mindset. They haven't like been in the same state for a while. Like they all moved away. They all live in different cities now, and they all came together in the in Illinois, the American Football House. They recorded that whole album in the American Football House.
Oh, no kidding.
That really fucking cool. Yeah, because the album cover is the American Football House, which
I saw that.
Yeah, so it's just like they sort of talked about how their lives are different now and how they wanted to like do something new, which I like. I love that. I think it's great. But it is like for me, it was like a 2-time listen to like sort of be like, okay, I really fuck with this. Yeah, it's a different style. Yeah,
I'll be so honest, dude. I fucking hate when bands, and this is so off topic, sorry, but I hate when bands are like, every album we're gonna reinvent our sound. Why do you think I started listening to you in the first place, you dorks?
I know.
Wilco is so bad about that. Like, they're gonna try and reinvent the wheel, and consequently, they have. When was the last, like, Obama was president last time Jeff Tweedy had a banger, dude? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, I had recently been going through Wilco's albums recently, just because I was listening to I think just a 2019 album that came out, again, like 7 years ago or so. But that was like, I came across one of the songs on this just through like a random playlist or whatever. And I was like, wait, this fucks. And then I listened to this album. I'm like, okay, this album's pretty good. But no, overall, you're right. It's like, other than that one.
Which album came out in 2019? Was that that was
Ode to Joy.
Oh, I hate that album.
Really, I kind of fuck with it. I kind of fucked with it when I listened to it recently. But the thing is it's way different from like their 2000s, early 2000s stuff.
It's just different.
Yeah.
And, you know, like that Schmilkel album and shit like that.
I have not listened to that one. I have not listened to that one. I have not listened to most of their post 2010 discography.
Yeah, I mean, so basically what happened is like Jeff Tweedy's wife got cancer, and it just changed him as a person. It changed,
as it would,
a lot. Yeah,
as that would.
It's just, they talk about it because he did that side project with his son playing drums, and they wrote that album together for like his wife, and he talked about like how his process changed and all that stuff.
Sometimes tragedy changes you in different ways. Wilco maybe changed like their style to a form that it doesn't resonate with like you or me in some ways, but like, you know, it's just like a Modest Mouse. Brock stopped being an alcoholic, and his music just fell off, in my opinion. I think the peak of his music was when he was really fucked up as a person. Sad to say.
Yeah, I mean, like, the allegations followed him, and I think he like to shake that. Like,
I don't even know what you're talking about, to be honest with you.
He was one of the first like indie sleaze guys to get allegations.
I somehow missed that. I've never seen that.
So early.
Yeah,
like he had that spat with the Murder City Devils and over this whole thing, and it was ugly. It's not what we're here to talk about. Maybe, anyway, mail it, kill the computer if you want to talk about music, or if you hate the show and want to yell at us. Or
I think like 15 minutes or so of the mailbag, we typically do this because we both love music and love talking about music. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fucking.
Now, speaking of, I wanted to talk about a little bit more around, like, you know, the Iran war. Obviously, like, there's the religious death cult going on in Trump's administration. But one of the crazier things, because with Iran, they've been bombing like the UAE, United Arab Emirates, a lot, and a lot of specifically the United States bases. And like some bases in Dubai. And one of the funniest things that I have been seeing on my timeline right now is like very clearly like the leader, the whoever it is, I forget, just like the ruler of the UAE or of like the city of Dubai has like clearly mandated that all of the like Western and like American influencers that they probably pay to be there, like Andrew Tate and Miles Ian Chung, apparently he's one of these guys now too.
Oh my
they
God,
mandated by decree, you have to go out and be like, wow, look at the bombs in the distance. We're fine though. We're all fine here. Come to Dubai. Please come to Dubai. We need you to come to Dubai. That's been the funniest fucking thing. The Ian Miles Chung video I am obsessed with.
He was like in a club, right?
Yeah, it was like just him and like the guys were like the workers, and like they're like a lot of these workers.
Just him and a bunch of slaves.
Literally, that's the thing. Is like these workers are like literal slaves in the UAE. They are foreign workers that like their passports were stolen from them by this government. Probably they're from like Indonesia. They're probably from like India. They're probably from Malaysia.
Being like a fucking Indonesian slave. Horrible.
And you have to spend your time with Ian Miles
Chung, dude. Like, we'll give you your passport back. Like, they felt bad for it. We'll give you your passport back.
It's torture.
If you put this guy over one time.
Please link that video in the description, because I think I hate being like linked to this Twitter post, but I just think like I talks about how much I hate Dubai so much. I went on the Hate Speech podcast a couple of weeks ago to talk about this exact thing. And to me, the Ian Miles Chung video of him at a club by himself during a fucking war in the Gulf is just like the perfect encapsulation of what Dubai is. And it's I just am losing my mind. Anytime I see it, I fucking lose it. I lose my mind. It's the funniest video I've ever seen. But it's also fucking tragic. It's also fucking sad. So it's like, I don't know. I just think it's the perfect encapsulation of that region.
TikTok, it's very funny that you mentioned, because I think a lot of people are starting to delete their videos. So when it first happened, it was like influencers watching like either drone strikes or missiles or whatever they were. Yeah. And they're like, you could see all these like, you know, influencers or whatever screaming in the background and stuff. Like,
they're like, it shouldn't have happened here. I can't believe it's happening here. What do you mean?
You came here to be somebody's toilet, dude, and you're surprised that somebody wants to bomb them?
Yeah. Like you're like, what do you mean? Like, where is it supposed to happen? Like, where? Where do you think this is supposed to happen? Like, what do you fucking mean?
Well, Iran, so I don't know, man. I'm really too stupid to talk about geopolitics, but I did see something that like,
don't worry, I've been monitoring. I'll carry you. Yeah.
Course correct me on this. I didn't ever really think that it was necessarily a distraction from the Epstein files. Like, this was going to happen when we're there. I think maybe the files maybe up the timeline a little bit or something, but this was always going to happen one or the other. So I didn't really think that.
I think this is incidental. I definitely think it's just sort of like at the same time. But go on, sorry.
No, you're totally fine. I just kind of thought it was like a Trump vanity project. He wanted to be the one to get the Ayatollah and do a regime change thing.
Yeah.
But I don't even think it's that anymore. I think that like reading it, like it goes into what like Iran announced what their targets were going to be beforehand, which is far more Bushido than anything that we or Israel did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And by the way, dude, did you see that the Ayatollah was like, I won't go into a bunker because there's no bunkers for the Iranian civilians. It's like, damn.
You know, not to hand it to the Ayatollah,
no,
like, you know, but he
like,
everything
Jesus,
he says goes hard. You'll come across old posts where it's like planting a tree. It's something like planting a tree is one step for a revolution. And it's like, bro, that's hard as fuck. Like he just always has these lines. Yeah.
We're not going to give it to the Ayatollah on this podcast. Enough people hate us. But but in any case, to go back to my original point, like I saw some guy break this down. There's like a couple different reasons that like, essentially it comes back to like the Saudis, because they're going to shut down the strait, and like the Saudis are going to be the only ones who are going to be able to sell oil to other countries, and they're going to benefit from this. And they did so; they're able to do so because of potentially, right? This is people are connecting dots to like some real estate deals for like Trump hotels in Saudi Arabia, Dubai.
Yeah.
And like honestly, like a Dubai real estate deal being the cause for one of the most horrific wars of our lifetime makes a lot more sense to me than anything else.
I think it's a lot of things. I think that's a part of it. I think part of it, like, a part of it is the Epstein files. I've been thinking about recently do you remember how Trump so often, like this entire administration, you saw this. We watched the Melania documentary recently for an episode of the show. In the documentary at the start of his administration,